And this is the living room, lounge, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, it's very nice indeed.
Not bad, is it?
And you and your two brothers, you built it all by yourselves.
A good part of it.
Oh, you're very clever, aren't you?
Well, it's our job, isn't it?
Did it take you long?
How about this thing?
Very clever.
And we picked out the best of the lads to give us a hand.
Well, did it take you long?
Oh, longer than it would normally take us to put up a house. But then sure, we have to live in it. Wait a second, I've just had a thought.
What's that, Tom?
I haven't had a kiss in about 5 minutes. Shall we nip upstairs for a quick one?
No, we will not. And not here neither, Tom. We're engaged to be married. We can do it in comfort now. Just contain yourself.
I suppose you're right. We've got the whole weekend, haven't we, darling?
I'm here to meet your mother, remember?
I remember.
You have told her about the engagement, haven't you?
Tonight, Shirley. I'm going to tell her tonight.
Oh, Tom, I was rather hoping you'd already told her.
No, it has to be tonight.
It's just, if she'd have known right from the start, her and I would know exactly where we stood with each other.
No, Shirley, she'll know about it all tonight.
And I presume she doesn't know about the baby neither?
What would you a couple of months gone? And Karen, that's Terry's wife, expecting about a month earlier. The place is going to be like a prenatal clinic in here.
So we're not going to be on our own?
No, the whole family's going to be here. Mom's going to take us all out for supper. Then back here for a big party, and the bonfire, and the fireworks. That's when I'm going to tell her about me and you. She'll be just in the right mood to hear it.
A bit of a party, eh?
Oh, Mom always throws a party on her anniversary, Shirley.
Anniversary? Wedding anniversary? Tom, I could have sworn you said your dad was dead.
So he did, but it's Mom's way of remembering him. Have you got any party pieces?
A what?
A turn. We ought to do a turn.
A turn.
Recite a poem, sing a song, play the piano.
I won't be doing any turn, Tom.
You won't?
I'd be too embarrassed.
Oh, Mom won't like it.
Well, do you know what? Mom will have to look at it.
And you're going to tell her, are you?
She won't get me doing anything.
Oh, she'll be livid.
Do you know what? She can throw that vase at me there for all I care.
She probably will.
And do you know what? I'll throw it back at
Oh,
her.
that's my girl.
She wouldn't, though.
What?
Throw the vase at me.
Oh, Shirley, I must admit, she doesn't not like getting her own way. It seems to bring out her femininity.
I always wondered why you never brought me here to meet your mother, and now I know.
I'm sure she won't.
It's just I kept thinking, maybe she was a criminal, or maybe she just couldn't keep off the drink. Never in a million years would I have dreamt she'd have been throwing vases around.
Shirley, if you see her going for the vase, grab one of these. That'll make her drop it.
What? Show me that ugly thing.
Ugly thing? That's a thing of beauty to Mom. Dad might have kept his shaving water in there, but the equivalent of the crown jewels were kept in there, Shirley. Possessions gathered over the years. My first nappy, Henry's first tooth, Terry's one and only curl. All beyond price because Mom had nostalgia on both legs. And same for these certificates. Anyone coming in here, Shirley, would think, God, these lads are doctors of psychology. But what would they notice on closer inspection? Master Henry's second prize sack race. Master Thomas's third prize Bible studies. Master Terrence's special prize for best loser. I give you fair warning, Shirley. You mock all this at your part.
Tom, I could just quite easily head on home after the party.
Oh, if you love me, you've got to stay, see it out.
What if she turns violent?
Well, I'll knock her on the head then.
I think I'd prefer to go if you don't mind, Tom.
You see, Shirley, I do. You see, I think of it as a sort of endurance test. If we can get through this weekend together, we're stuck for life. Nothing will ever be as tough again. We're going to have fun, Shirley. We're going to have fun. Oh, that'll be Henry.
Snazzy sports car.
Oh, he can afford it. He hasn't made the long walk down the aisle yet.
Must be quite a bit of money in the building then.
Oh, we can't go wrong. Mom buys the land, and we help throw up the houses on it. With people crying out for property nowadays. We're rolling in it. You're marrying into wealth, love.
You're always telling me that.
Come off it. I've told you often enough.
I know. Sure, I never believe you.
Do you believe I love you?
I hope you do, Tom, because I love you. No, please don't.
Oh, but they're lovely.
Don't, no.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
It's all right, Henry. None need to keep on. Henry, Shirley, this is Henry.
Henry.
What do you think, here?
What do you think then?
Think about what?
Shirley.
Oh, yes, very nice, very nice. You know, ma'am will be here shortly.
So what?
Yes, well, if you want to say cheerio to Shirley, well, that's all right then, isn't it?
Shirley's staying, Henry.
Staying?
For the weekend in the guest room.
Ma'am never said.
Mom doesn't know.
Doesn't know.
I was going to surprise her, Shirley.
But I thought she'd invited me, Tom.
I never told you that.
Well, this means she's being imposed upon.
I don't see how.
What? Having somebody come and stay in your house without your knowledge? Of course it does.
Shirley's right, you should have told, ma'am.
Do you think I ought to go, Henry?
I do, really.
She's not leaving. You're not leaving, Shirley. She's not leaving, Henry.
But there's no need for her to stay. You'll get what you want after anyway. The sparks are going to fly when Terry ups and tells her about himself.
Tells her what?
It's a family matter, Shirley.
But Shirley's one of the family, Henry. We're engaged, aren't we, darling?
And we're picking up the ring tomorrow.
Yes, well, I think I'll go and get changed. Do you think I could have a word with you?
No, Henry.
But there's something I want to ask you.
Just say it, Henry.
In private.
Just spit it out, man. What is it?
Well, what I want to know is, are you really fond of her?
Henry, I'm in love with her.
Well, in that case, you ought to have told ma'am.
I'm going to tell her tonight, Henry.
But you're asking too much of Shirley.
Can't ask too much from someone who loves you.
Now, did you hear that? Don't you think
Uncle
that's nice?
Henry.
Isn't that nice?
Uncle Henry! Uncle Henry! Uncle Henry!
At a rough guess, I'd say it's 3 of Terry's children.
How many has he got then?
5 and 1 on the way.
Hear the little beggars, they're calling for me.
Oh, they love their Uncle Henry, don't they, Henry?
Shut up! I said be quiet. And you go into Danny's room now, I'll chop you.
I'd better go before they get a walloping.
Bring them in here, Henry. Introduce them to Shirley.
But you know they're not allowed.
You're not allowed.
Ma'am put it out of bounds last year when they done a pile of damage.
Oh, one of them broke an egg cup, Shirley.
Well, it had great sentimental value to man.
Where's that lout about a skinny, ignorant, lazy lout? Who are you?
Shirley.
You left a live cable dangling from the loft on plot 7. I could have been electrocuted.
Hello, it wasn't my fault. I couldn't find any conduit. Anyway, I think it's a dead liberty them fellas calling us in for repairs. After all, they only moved in last week. Everything would have righted itself.
Yeah, well, if you ever done the work right, there'll be no repairs to do.
Look at him. Just look at him. Who's the one that put the broom cupboard right behind the kitchen door so the couple had to walk into the kitchen sideways?
Yeah, well, everyone can make a mistake now and again, and I'm no
There
exception.
you are, because you never stop making them.
Did you look after the staircase in plot 12, Terry?
Try had to, sure, they were moving it this afternoon.
Was it much out from the wall?
About an inch.
It was only half an inch when I noticed last night. Sure, they'd ought to be delighted. Weren't they getting a moving staircase for nothing?
Yeah, well, I like to work right through my lunch hour, no wonder I'm after getting an ulcer.
How did you manage to get rid of the gap?
Wood filler, had to use tubes and stuff.
Uncle Henry! Uncle Henry!
Coming!
Uncle
Hold on.
Henry!
Who's this
Uncle
then?
Henry!
They're engaged, Terry, but they're in love. They're in love, Terry.
I hope you've noticed, Shirley, but we're a very polite family.
You're not engaged.
We are, you know.
He's put you up to this, hasn't he?
I beg your pardon?
How much is he paying you
What?
to do this act?
What act?
Pretending that you're engaged to him.
Oh, it's no act, Terry. We're engaged.
It is an act.
Look, I should know, shouldn't I? We're engaged.
It's no good, Shirley. His brain is radioactive. That's why it's surrounded by lead. Lets nothing in or out.
Look, I won't waste any more time now. I'll give you 50 quid to clear off now.
Tom has invited me to stay for the weekend, and I'm staying for the weekend.
For the weekend, Terry.
You cunning two-faced get you. You're not bringing this on man tonight.
I've got news for you.
Not tonight!
Tonight?
And she's on good mind to fling you straight through that door.
Sure, that's one of your doors. Paper mache, potted glue and matches.
The last time in this house, it's like paying off a bloody mortgage.
He says he's engaged to her.
I've a handle, you know, just like you.
Henry says they're in love.
We are in love.
Congratulations, Tom.
Oh, it's on your level, Karen.
Is it?
Oh, definitely.
Even better.
I knew that'd please your sense of humour.
Not half. I've been needing reinforcements for tonight.
No, well, I don't believe it.
I do. It had to happen sometime. Why not now?
And you're all for it, are you, Karen?
Not half. I've been needing reinforcements for tonight. What's your name, love?
Shirley.
Very nice to meet you, Shirley. Congratulations. This will be another one in the eye for the old bag. I presume she doesn't know yet, Tom.
Tom's telling her tonight.
Well, I'm having my say first. I'm telling her about me first. And then you can designate your floozy in her face, but wait on me and Karen her out of the way.
No, you'll tell her when I get back from dumping those brats.
I'll pick my moments, I will.
Bet you will.
Are the children not going to stay for the party?
No, she can't stand the sight of them. She'll give them their anniversary present and I'll quickly whisk them off back home. Come to think of it, they're very quiet.
They're upstairs with Henry.
Well, you better go up then and check are they okay.
Ah, they're fine.
You know how I feel about Henry.
Ah, he's harmless.
Oh, is he?
Here she is. The fairy godmother,
Sit
she's
down.
arrived.
I'm just gonna go and put on a bit of a face, you know. Whatever face you put on, it won't be right, so sit down.
Every time the children come up to meet Karen, they bring half the garden with them. There's mud all up the stairs.
Strange, and I told them to take off their shoes and socks before they came in.
Well, then all I can say is high time you wash their feet. Flowers? And when am I being buried?
Oh, happy
Happy
anniversary,
anniversary,
Mum.
ma'am.
Ah, you remembered. I wondered if you would.
Did you not get the card we sent you?
Of course she did.
Hello, dear. Hello. You're not one of Karen's, are you?
How could she be one of mine? She don't look like Terry, does she?
Oh, you could have had her before you met Terry. A friend of yours, little Tommy Tucker.
Shirley, this is my mom.
Would you like her to stay, Tommy?
She is staying, mom.
That's what I said, dear. Would you like her to stay?
Yes.
Would you like to stay, Shirley?
Yes,
And we'll have you home before Mummy starts worrying about you. And now, where are my grandchildren?
They're upstairs, ma'am.
And why aren't the little darlings playing in here?
Oh, we didn't want him to break another egg cup, mom.
You sadist, you. They're not peeping around to my room, are they, Karen?
They're with their Uncle Henry.
Oh, no wonder they behave themselves. He knows how to handle children, does Henry. No brute force with him. He does it with a gentleness and a soothing hand, Shirley. I do hope he has some of his own soon. He deserves to.
I didn't think he was married.
You youngsters, anyone over 20 is fit for burning. You can't hide it, I'm afraid, Shirley.
hide what?
A tossed-off remark like that gives it away, dear.
Gives what away?
The way you were brought up. You see, with the aristocracy, 36 is thought to be the correct age for a man to marry.
But Henry's no longer 36, Mum.
No, he's waiting for his true love, Karen. He's not like some that'll marry the first tart that'll wink him over to the nearest bed. Eh, Terry, we know, don't we? No, he's got ideals, has Henry. The difficulty he has, Shirley, is trying to stop greedy, skinny gold diggers from slipping inside his wallet. He always manages to smell them out, flip them off. I don't know how he does it, but he does. And how did you find him, dear? All right?
All right.
Yes, he's very polite, always. He'd have been an ambassador by now if he'd gone into the civil service.
Oh, that's perfectly true, Shirley. It took him ages when he left secondary school to decide between the civil service and the building trade.
Don't belittle your brother, Tommy.
I'm not belittling him.
He's the head of the house. He deserves your respect. And he's the one that would have got the title and not you. I better go and give the presents to the brats.
Oh, you shouldn't have bothered, ma'am.
But I like doing it. I like to see their little faces light up.
And what did you get them, Mum?
No to Shirley, no subtleties with Karen. Straight to the basic essentials. What did you get them, Mum? If you want to know, I'm giving them the money.
Good. Let them buy what they want themselves.
Thank you for the advice, but I've already done it. I put the money into unit trust for them so that no one can get her hands on it. I don't know what you're complaining about, Karen. Because you get a lot of pin money out of children's allowance every month.
I didn't realise I was complaining, Mum.
You can't understand why I don't give you the money to put it into the post office, so-called.
Can't I?
I'm only looking out for their interest, Karen. Is that so very wrong?
Oh, it's very laudable of you, Mum.
So what are you raving jealous about?
Your complexion. I've always wanted a complexion like you have.
Oh. Soap and water, dear. Soap and water and a lot of patting all over. Now, I bet you're giving the children their money.
They're upstairs, ma'am.
You mean waiting for this, is it? Waiting to see what I bought them? Well, Are them children going to, are they staying here?
No, ma'am.
And why not?
Why would you like them to stay?
Yes, but who's going to look after them?
My mother.
Oh, you've arranged with yourselves, have you? 5 minutes with me and 5 hours with her. Well, if you could pinch back your trousers, Terry, I would like to see my grandchildren occasionally.
They're upstairs waiting for you, ma'am.
Waiting to see what I bought him, I bet you. I had 3 chicks of my own. Only 3 Karen, I grant you. But then, I had the natural good manners to put a plug in it.
Do you think she realises
What?
that I'm quite serious about Shirley?
Oh, no doubt she's wondering what she's doing up your sleeve.
Well, why didn't she ask me then?
Why would she can find all out from Henry?
Damn it. I'd forgotten about him. He's not one for stirring it though. He wouldn't have told her. No, Henry wouldn't have told her.
If you wanted to keep your engagement to Shirley quite till after the toast, then you should have hidden her up the chimney. It's the only way you'd stop her mind racing to 1,000 kilometres an hour.
And you know, that rubbish she was on about greedy, skinny gold diggers, that was about me.
How did you find your future in-law?
Oh, it's quite nerve-wracking, isn't it?
I always leave here with a screaming headache and my whole body's shaking with murder and hate. But not for long more now, we'll soon be out of here.
Where are you going, Karen?
Canada, way up north.
Oh, Mum hates the cold.
Do you think she knows about us?
Of course she does, because you've been going around the last few months like a man who's knocked down the guard at a pedestrian crossing. Her mind's been sniffing about. She's been burrowing around.
Well, it'd be a lot easier if she didn't know.
Why?
I hate upsetting her, sure.
Your trouble is you always let her play her tune in your guts.
Leave it off now. Terry's the sensitive one among us.
God save us.
I always find Tom's very sensitive too, you know.
I'm not talking about being ticklish in the long grass, Shirley.
I am sensitive.
You're not sensitive. You're sensitive you wouldn't have brought your flus here tonight. Tonight's Mam's night.
And when are you going to tell her about you immigrating?
Well, sure, I had to give her a week's notice, haven't I?
And you could have told me yesterday or last week.
Yeah, but sure, I hate upsetting her.
And you're going to upset her tonight.
That's because I had to give her a week's notice, I told you.
So how does that make you more sensitive than me?
That proves you're not sensitive. Otherwise you'd know.
Excuse me now, Karen, but I don't know how your husband can turn around twice inside half an hour and call me a floozy. Because whether I am a floozy or I'm not a floozy, I don't like to be told it.
Good for you, Shirley. Don't you be set on by those two.
Who
With your weight, they'll drive you straight through the floorboard.
Who started this stupid argument anyway?
That must have been you if it's stupid.
It wasn't him, and it wasn't an argument. Terry is the sensitive one here. Otherwise, why would we have not cleared out years ago?
I'll leave it, Karen.
No, I'm not sitting here watching you being ridiculed.
Who's ridiculing him?
Don't be so rude, Tom.
You were ridiculing Tom, Karen.
Yo, shut up the lot of you. Like a pack of wool is tearing into nothing. 5 minutes in this house and you're all paranoid.
He's right, you know.
Yes, makes you want to itch. I have to draw blood. I have to be pulled down. That's a thought, isn't it? Pour petrol on it, start the fire.
And where's Mom, Tom? Where is she?
Oh, I gave her some sleeping tablets. She's inside in bed snoring away. And her teeth grinning the glass of water next to her. And the flames are licking her legs. And she thinks our dead has returned.
Tom, I've never heard you talking like that before.
Oh, Shirley, the time she's perfectly been murdered.
You'd murder your mum.
At least once a week.
But Tom, that's dreadful. At the end of the day, she's your mother.
The kids are ready to go when you are, Karen.
Did you tell her about the engagement?
No, but you did, didn't you?
Oh, you fat pants! I didn't want her to know.
But she already knew. She came up the stairs and said, "When is the wedding?" Just like that.
Spoiled everything I've been looking forward to for so long. Spoiled.
And how did she take it?
Oh, I seemed all excited, especially when I told her that he really loved her.
Good reaction will be setting in right about now.
I suppose you want to stay, Karen.
Yes, please. It's not often I get a ringside seat. I'm normally inside the ring on the ropes. I can't miss this.
And I had it all sorted out. I was going to frizzle her with it. And now it's her with her hand on the switch. How the hell does she manage it?
Karen, you're going to have to take him home.
Why not you?
She says that she's something to tell
What
me.
is it?
She says it's a surprise.
She can tell you later.
No, she says I can't wait.
Karen, please don't go.
Why, what's wrong with you then?
Don't want to be left here with your mother.
But sure, I'm here, aren't I?
When you are going into war, you want your own sex around you. Don't worry, love, I'm going nowhere. She's up to something and she wants me out of the way.
Hurry, Karen, before they wreck Terry's car. They're all so lovely, but quite exhausting. Do you want them to drive off without you, dear? Because that's what they do if you don't move yourself.
I can't, I'm afraid, Mum. The little perisher has me feeling quite faint.
Nonsense, it's not big enough yet. Unless, of course, you've got a great ugly bear in there.
Well, at least there'll be something coming out of me that looks like me then.
You never cease to amaze me, Karen. Why you want every child to look like you? Let them have some chance in life, for God's sake.
Look, what about the kids? Who's taking the kids home?
Oh, little orphans, no one wants to own them. But if they were rabbits or cats now, he'd be jumping out the window in your eagerness to comfort them.
Well, I was ready to take them home, ma'am.
It's not convenient, Terry.
Shall I take them home then?
Why is it you always have to fall back on my Henry to get you out through difficulties? You're a real crusader, Henry, and the world's a better place for having you around. There are times, Shirley, when I'm sorry we aren't Roman Catholics. Henry would have made a lovely pope. Henry the Humble. No mucking about now, Henry. Come straight home. It'll be soon time to go to the restaurant. We're having prawn cocktails for starters, Shirley. It's not a drink, dear. So use the spoon provided.
And if I get some ice cream, Karen?
Oh, he's generous to afford as my eldest.
No, thank you, Henry. They're being rationed to one a day and they've had their quota.
What you preparing them for the next war? I know you won't mind me saying it, Karen, but you're a very hard mother.
Well, that's how I want their teeth to be, Mum. Good and hard.
Now don't put words into my mouth. I never say good. Although I don't think you are a good mother, but then it's not my place to say it.
But then why say it?
Because there are things that have to be said if we get on with ourselves, with each other, Karen. Live and let live.
I agree, Mum.
Tell the children the ice cream's on their nanny, Henry.
Here, you better take the keys to the car. And I don't want any trouble from the guards. So if you're parked outside the house, leave the lights on.
Ice cream is very bad for teeth.
Oh, she's awake, is she? Let me have a look at her. Come on, out. Oh. Let me have a good look at her. His taste seems to be changing. He used to like to feel a lot of flesh. You wouldn't fetch Munch in Dunn stores. Is she sleeping in the guest room, Tommy?
Yes, that's right, Mum.
I've been meaning to get a new bed. One that doesn't creak. I can never get a good night's sleep when Tom has his guests to stay, Shirley. All that creaking. Of course, I never mention it. Because he's been gifted with this wonderful energy and he has to use it up somehow. And I don't like embarrassing the girls.
It's not going to work, Mum. Shirley's not going to take one scrap of notice of you raving. So you go on now, you have fun, enjoy yourself.
We're going to get married. Will it be a white wedding, dear? Yes, it will. You look radiant white. And how many bridesmaids? Two? And I bet they'll be in yellow. Yeah. And they'll both carry a bouquet. And you'll carry a prayer book. Yeah. And the bells will ring. Ting-a-ling-a-ling. And you'll be so happy, dear. And we'll all be so happy for you. And I promise you, we'll be very sympathetic when Tom fails to turn up.
This is about time you change the subject.
Just listen to him. Just listen to tell you. The same little boy hiding in the spotlight isn't on him. Did we not notice you for 2 minutes? Did you think we had forgotten you? Don't you think that's a face that has suffered and come through it all? Am I right, Karen?
I should say he's still suffering, wouldn't you, Mum?
So you think you failed him, do you, dear? Well, at least you're honest about it. My 1617? Yes, speaking. Oh no, it's very bad, isn't it? Well, it's almost criminal negligence. Right, I'll have one of my sons over in the morning to blow them up. Yep, okay, goodbye. Bye-bye. Remind Henry to go to the house in Barrack Street. We forgot to put in the damn course. I don't know, we seem to be getting an awful lot of complaints lately.
I told you why, ma'am. It's that new clause you got put in all the contracts, 50 quid for every day that we're behind schedule.
Well, that's a good selling point, Terry. And anyway, the customer has to know when he's going to move in, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, it's working ourselves to make sure we're not fined, and you won't get an extra staff to help us, will you?
Well, we've enough labourers living up for us anymore, and our standards would suffer.
Oh, that'd be quite impossible.
Yeah, but it's the base, ma'am. It's crippling us.
Yeah.
Shirley, dear, would you ever mind sitting somewhere elsewhere? I find B.O. offensive.
I haven't got B.O.
Anyway, Terry, you won't be feeling like that when I tell you. Sit down here. I knew you look a bit shocked, don't you? I've something to tell you. I bought you a new house.
Why?
Why, some people would be overcome with gratitude, Karen, at the news, but not you, dear. You ask why, as if I'm doing it out of spite. You've had it too easy, Karen. And you won't be getting any backhanders from me either.
I don't want no backhanders from you.
See? Well,
You haven't paid for it, ma'am, have you?
3,000 quid next week
3,000 quid? Where's the contract in, Mum?
with the solicitors. But of course, if you don't want it for one reason or another, you better let me know now, Terry.
Watch her, Terry. She's fishing.
Shut up, Tom.
3,000 quid. What about it, Karen? Why, ma'am? Why do you want to buy us a house?
Well, I just thought you weren't looking yourself lately. You know, you're going to be quiet, introspective like.
She's fishing.
I just put it down to being cramped in the house you're in at the moment. With all that falling all over the children, I thought a change of environment might do you good. Well, will you take it in the spirit which has been offered, son?
Very kind indeed, ma'am.
Ask to see the contract, Terry.
I had you summed up the moment you poked your head out. I said this one was a Thomas, and I was right. Will you please your own mum on her anniversary, son?
Very kind indeed, ma'am.
Will you accept it with my love?
Tell her, Terry.
Tell me what, Terry?
There's nothing, ma'am.
She wants to know, so tell her.
I can't now, not just that we'd offer the house.
Or that's bait, you fool.
Is there something I should know then, Terry?
It's just me and Karen we were thinking,
We
ma'am.
do more than think about it, Terry. We'd arranged it.
Arranged what, my precious?
It could be cancelled, like, couldn't it?
No, it couldn't, my precious. We're emigrating to Canada.
I knew it. I knew there was something up with Terry the minute he went into his shell. You see, Shirley, whenever he was a naughty boy, into his shell he would go. And nothing would induce him to come out. Everything became muffled with him. And he went to be deaf and started to stutter. But I couldn't be harsh with him. I forgave him, even if he hurt me. Gone in against my wishes. Got in with the wrong crowd. You see, he was never a leader, was my little boy. He was always led. But nothing changes. Now he's been led across the ocean to Canada by that pregnant cow over there. And when are you leaving, son?
A week tomorrow, ma'am.
What? All of you?
No, Terry will go first and the rest of us will follow then.
You'll never follow him. You get rid of him. Desert him. And get another fool of a man.
He'd want to be a fool of a man to put up with 5 kids, wouldn't he?
I thought the immigration people were very particular about who they let in. Or did you not tell them?
What?
You've got a criminal record.
I have no such thing.
And what about the time the guards got their hands on you for the assault?
I was innocent.
Innocent, you gave yourself up.
I only went down to the station, was nested for a job, and they got onto me about the other thing.
What could have only happened, you?
The girl didn't pick him out of the lineup, so don't start anything.
Then why did Terry say within an hour of being questioned he thought he had it done, and by 5 in the morning he was ready to confess?
They got me into a right state, got me saying things I didn't even mean.
But that can only happen if you've got a troubled conscience, and you still have one, Terry, because every time you see a guard you get the shakes. They never did find that blow.
What are you implying?
Why, have you troubled conscience as well? Oh, I'm not one bit surprised. You perjured yourself, Karen. You said that Terry was with you, but they soon found out he wasn't. God's sake, they could have put the pair of you into jail.
Daniel, you can say that
The
again.
police dropped the charges, so don't start anything.
Have you a job to go to, son?
Yes, ma'am.
Doing what?
My trade.
You trade, but you haven't got one.
I'm a chippy, aren't I?
A chippy. You couldn't hammer a nail in without being rushed to hospital with a broken thumb. Joints to you or something you buy in a butcher's shop. You try making a hole and all you left with is a great bloody hole. All you're good is making shavings. 2 weeks in Canada and you'll be hanged for sabotage.
Come off it. He's not as bad as all that.
No, of course he's not. We're going to compare him with your electrical genius. What about the house in Church Avenue when the owner pressed the switch in his lounge and the lavatory light came on?
Dear, if you're not satisfied, get yourself another electrician.
One little thing to remember, Shirley. Tom hates criticism. Hates to be criticised. You must all the time tell him he's brilliant, or he'll sulk his way to the nearest prostitute. Mind you, little boys, I don't blame you. It's this constant worry of working against time. But what has one to do? Lengthen the time? Build fewer houses? But would that be fair to the homeless? You see, Shirley, we're doing a service for the nation by building decent houses for people to live in.
Come off it. Our houses aren't decent, they're obscene. We must be the only builders putting up condemned property.
Pardon me, but you, Dad, never put up a jerry-built house in his life.
I'm not talking about Dad. I'm talking how the business went rotten since he snuffed it.
And how do you count for the fact that profits went up by 250% since the burial service?
Because you put up the prices and got us to put up 2 houses in the same time that used to take Dad to put up 1.
Time and motion. Time and motion, dear. And perhaps you'll shut up and stop hugging the conversation. He can be so simple at times. But I love him. I love my little Tommy Tucker. Now, son, tell Mum why you want to go to Canada. She'll understand. She'll forgive and she'll forget. She always has and always will.
It's start to want an independence, ma'am.
Oh, you'll get that in a strange country with a wife and 6 kids and no money. You'll be very independent. Go on, I'm listening.
The whole thing of worrying myself sick to get the work done on time, ma'am.
We'll take out the 5,000 of contract.
Well, it's more than that, ma'am. It's partly something that's so wrong. We're not better than con men.
We'll build fewer houses, detached houses.
Oh, that's going to work. What's going to keep them up?
It's the whole thing of working 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, ma'am. It's just crippling us.
We'll make it 5-day week.
You've said all this before.
Don't be so destructive, Karen. Forget your sourness and your feeling of failure. Be constructive for a change. If you like, Terry, you can have it in writing. We'll get the Chief of Justice to witness it. Would that satisfy you?
It's not just the work, it's you.
Me?
You're inside him, clawing away at his ulcer at all times.
Ah, that's more like my daughter-in-law. That refined act was giving you a cramp, wasn't it? Now you're in your right position, down on all fours, spinning away with your whiskers quivering.
No! You hope I'll forget what we're arguing about and go on to the mudslinging. Well, I won't. Terry needs order in his life. All you ever give him is chaos. You ask him to do one thing, expect him to do another thing. His mind's confused. It's punch drunk from the battering you give him.
51617? Yes, speaking. When? Are they hurt? My God, my God!
What is it, Mum? What is it?
It's Henry, he's had a crash. His car overturned.
What are the kids?
No, he's been operated on.
What the kids for?
They're in critical condition.
What happened, Mum?
I
should have taken them. Why didn't I take them? If I had taken them, it would never
Why
have
as bad as it sounds? Why as bad as it sounds?
Oh my God.
Let her cry, let it best to come out.
We must go to the hospital. We must go to the hospital.
No.
We have to be near them.
We are near
But
them.
there might be something we could do.
We are near them, man.
Oh,
Listen, not the receiver.
It's on, son. It's unbelievable.
It's the suddenness of it.
The poor little mite never did any harm, and my firstborn be merciful.
If I'd driven them home, it would never have happened. Why didn't I drive them home?
Oh.
I feel an intruder, Tom. There's nothing I can do here. I should go.
No.
I mean, this is rivalry.
Yes.
No, we have to go to the hospital. If I had taken them home, it would never have happened. Why did I
happened to
take
Mum?
them home? We have to go to the hospital.
What is it?
He's upstairs!
Who?
He's upstairs in my room!
Who?
Henry is upstairs in my room!
Did you hear that, Mum?
Yeah, but he lives here, doesn't he?
You just told us he was being operated on.
One of my little fibs.
Who was on the phone?
It was the wrong number.
So it wasn't true about the accident?
No, it wasn't.
Well, why did you do it?
I just wanted Karen to know how I felt about losing my son. An eye for an eye, and I sincerely hope you think of one.
You big, stinking big
No, no!
No, it's not nice to think of children. You'll never see them
She
again.
had me dead with the shock and it was all lies.
You shouldn't have done it, Mum.
I'm sorry, son, but I don't agree with you. I'm a firm believer in the freedom of individual, and I hope Karen has a salutary lesson. And that this nonsense about going to Canada will be all over.
You really are a bitch, aren't you?
You think you'll be betrayed that there was nothing wrong with them.
Don't go on, Mum, or I won't be responsible.
No. You shouldn't have done it, Mum.
Cheer up, lads. The party will soon be softened. Good gracious me, look at the time. All this softening out other people's worries has put me behind. Something the matter with you, dear?
It's Henry.
And what about Henry?
He's upstairs in my room.
So you said.
But he's dressed up in all of my clothes!
You should take that as a compliment, dear. The only way is clothes that are clean and pretty. Very particular is my Henry.
Oh, I won't be a chicken, I'll be out of your way.
Oh, Henry, please don't go because of me.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
It's just I didn't think you'd want to be in the same room with me after what just occurred.
Well, we've all got our own idiosyncrasies. Is that the right word?
Oh, that isn't the right word, and it's very kind of you to think of me like that.
I must have given you quite the turn coming in on you like that.
Oh, you're right there, Shirley, but one can't help feeling a bit guilty when one is found with someone else's clothes on.
I'm sure they can't, Henry. I apologise.
Good God, it's not you that should be apologising. It's me. It's just that when I get these urges, I can't stop, mind you.
It must be very difficult for you.
Those clothes I wore belonging to you, would you leave me wash them for you?
Oh, I couldn't let you do that.
But I'd like to.
No, I won't hear it.
You've got lovely clothes, Shirley. I like your taste. Your slip comes from Marks and Spencer's.
It does.
Yes, I've got a few Marks and Spencer's.
You collect them, Henry, do you?
I have no other vices.
Henry?
I'll be on my way, I can. Just one sec.
You just go back under your stone.
I wasn't expecting to see you again tonight, Karen.
Neither was she. With me out of the way, she'd have worked on Terry until she had him pleading not to be sent to Canada. Well, I've waited too long. We're going.
I just don't understand why your husband just didn't walk out of here and take you with him.
Terry's got his reasons.
Why? I'm sure I wouldn't have gone to the restaurant, let alone come back here afterwards.
You're just not used to her little ways yet.
But why have you not got out before now?
Terry thought we ought to stay.
But why, Karen?
He felt we owed it to Mum.
Did she give you a hard time when you were courting?
She wasn't so bad back then, not so blatant about it. And Dad was alive, you see. And he'd a soft spot for me. It was him that said to send out the wedding invitations before the ceremony, and that's what we did. She didn't talk to me for 6 months. It was the best 6 months I ever had with her.
So she's always been like this then?
Even Tom said with her son, she's almost human. But at the first sniff of perfume, she takes the broomstick.
I suppose I've been let off rather lightly then.
She hasn't even started new yet. But when she finds your weakness, she'll drag it round the room in triumph. And I'll tell you one thing for nothing. If you leave here tonight, you won't be coming back. And if you stay, it means bloody war.
Well, I hope you do stay, Shirley.
Have you apologised?
Yes, he has.
Explain to me why you can't control it, Henry.
He didn't do anyone any harm, Karen.
You haven't been going into detail. You haven't been talking about it, Henry, have you?
She was very sympathetic.
You're just an exhibitionist.
Henry, do you feel it might help you if you were to talk it over with someone?
But you see, he doesn't want to talk it over, do you?
Not really, no.
You see, he wants to be a pervert.
Karen, that's the most awful word to be using.
Well, what else is he then?
Well, he doesn't really look like a pervert.
I must say, I certainly don't feel like one.
You see, he even finds it amusing. Henry, why won't you talk to a psychiatrist about it?
Being got it, Henry.
I'm just trying to knock some sense into him. If this will out continue, Tom, where will it all end?
Oh, it's a warehouse full of washing, I suppose.
Could we speak about something else now, if you don't mind?
Yeah, leave him alone, Karen.
He's the one I'd be laying into, Karen, if I were you. I mean, he didn't exactly tear into Mum about the hospital business, did he?
Well, it's up to you.
I must say, Karen, I was expecting a lot more from my husband.
Stop poking your nose where it's not wanted. What Terry did or did not say is between me and Terry, and if I want to make something out of it, I will.
Same could be said for Henry. What he does only concerns him.
Please, leave me out of it, Tom.
Leave it, Karen.
But that's you all over, Karen, isn't it? Every time Mum crucifies you, you resurrect yourself and make a beeline for Henry.
You're very cocky tonight, Tom, aren't you? Wait till she starts on you. She'll have you shrieking for help.
Oh, and I'll get a lot out of old Sir Chops, won't I? One thing's for sure, he won't be going to Canada.
I will.
You won't.
I will.
You won't.
Two
I
can
will.
play this prediction, Lark. You've had yours, now I have mine. You won't be marrying Shirley.
And who's going to stop me?
She will. Shirley will.
I've just realised what this house needs. Needs a little bit of love pumped into it.
Oh, Shirley, you pump anything like that in here, and it would run down the walls like condensation.
And Mom will go around the place mopping it up for herself.
What I do is bring in a big heavy lead ball. Let it go crashing against the
And
walls.
where's Mom, Tom? Where is she?
Oh, inside the house, Karen. Right bang in the way of the lead ball. Straight into her napper, and her brains go dancing down the stairs.
It's winning. This atmosphere. You're breathing it in. And it's winning.
Only while you're in the house, Shirley. Once you get out of here and the air gets at it, clears it all away.
I can understand Karen feeling the way she does, but not you. At least with Henry, with all his faults, at least he appreciates everything Mum does for him, but not you. Never you.
Henry, do me up, it's coming down again. It's a lovely dress, Shirley, isn't it?
Lovely.
I see you look a bit green around the gills. We'll light the bonfire and set off the fireworks after we've done our party pieces, Shirley. Don't little boys love fireworks?
How's that, Mum?
Oh, brilliant, Henry. You did a brilliant job. Fantastic job. You fixed skin tight. And I've got all the movement I need. What a tragedy for us women that Henry didn't take up dress designing. With those dexterous fingers and that imagination, he'd have conquered Paris.
It was just the top hook that needed fastening, Ma'am.
It's his modesty I find humbling. It would have been the same if he climbed Everest. It was only 29,000 feet that needed climbing. You know how to bring on my tears, son. Henry, get that. Tommy, hand round the champagne. We drink a loyal toast. I was a bit like you at the time, Shirley. Wanted to go through the plaster if anyone looked at me. Fumbling for words. I'm not pretty either. But I had one magical quality. Which I still got, but my delicious sense of humour. That's what I had. That's why we differ, Shirley. I had a delicious sense of humour.
Oh, and you can't suppress it, can you, Mum?
No, I can't.
It keeps waffling over us like a poisonous gas.
He's the very same as me, Shirley. He's that same sense of fun. We're inseparable, Tommy, aren't we? It's frightening, really. I believe one can be jailed for it. For what? Would you go to jail for me, son?
Oh, I'd see a bus run over you first.
All the scripture pills, I must write them down. Give posterity a good chuckle.
It's clock 12 at the door, Ma'am.
And what do they want?
Well, him and his wife are very nice because they're after coming all the way from Galway to find that the floorboards are not down in the kitchen.
And what does they want us to do then?
Go and put the floorboards down?
You're not serious.
I am, and he certainly is.
Tell him we have a party going on here and I'll send someone over first thing in the morning. I ask you, what impertinence coming around here in the middle of the night, knocking us up, shouting the odds. They must have thought they brought us along with the house. You should do very well in Canada, Terry. That's if they don't have floorboards.
I was about to put him down, ma'am. I got called away in another job. Some idiot put the wrong pipes on the toilet. And when you flushed the toilet, on the lights came.
That's no excuse, Terry. I beg your pardon. Who the hell do you think you are? I just saw you sipping that champagne. I saw you.
I was just having a drink, it was spilling over.
No one takes a drink until after the toast.
I was
You
just,
must have been dragged up.
It was just spilling over.
On my beautiful carpet.
It's gone on my dress.
But that's all right then. You must have been dragged up. for
I'm
God's sake.
getting sick and tired of the way that you're always picking on me.
Hello, hello, hello. Another one with a persecution mania.
When I told him what you said, he got rather shocked.
Did he take a floor picture, Henry?
Did his son?
Yes, I'm afraid he did.
Where's he now with the flat of his back?
No, he's still in the porch waiting for his floorboards to be down.
Come in. 999, we'll have him for the sauce.
Now, it won't be very good publicity for you, Mum, will it? No floorboards down in the kitchen.
Good heavens, they don't want floorboards in the kitchen at night, do they? They're not going to sleep in there.
Him and his wife wants to know if they could have something to eat.
There's a perfectly good cafe half a mile down the road from them. God's people are getting so selfish.
Shall I invite him in?
You will not. I don't want any crashes inside my house. Go and slam the door in his face, son.
But I can't, he's got it jammed with his foot.
Good, we'll have him for breaking and entering.
Not very good publicity at all now, is it?
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yes.
I'll go and put the floorboards down, ma'am.
You sit down.
But it won't take me long.
I said sit down, I'm not finished with you yet. Henry, go and put the floorboards down. And when you're finished, I want every one of them reeking.
But how will I do that?
Oh, just, Henry, do the job as best you can.
I've a good mind to chuck it in. All this morning I have to carry everyone. And my bones are beginning to crack under the weight. Do you know what? I have a good mind to sell up, retire, go to Canada.
Sorry, ma'am. I'm not spilling champagne on the carpet.
Oh, champagne is good for the carpet, Henry. I'll tell you. It's like a lover's kiss. It brings out the bloom. Did you know that, Shirley? Or don't you speak, dear? What do you do for a living? Clean out the mortuary or something?
I just hold on. How long are we supposed to hold on to this lesson or hen for?
Yes, it's high time we thought of that. Forget meanness, pettiness and greed. Think of goodness, kindness and love. Hey! And we can do that by thinking of my husband, your father, for a few quiet moments. Dad always saw good in people. He always wanted to help. He gave me everything I ever wanted. And his last sweet words to me, and there were tears in his eyes when he said it. I did try, Mum. I did try.
He never.
What do you mean he never?
I was there. I heard what he said.
He said what I just said.
He never. He looked slowly up at the ceiling and sighed, and very clearly, but very hoarsely said, "Maybe now I'll get a little bit of bloody bees."
That came after. What he said was, it has been peace, perfect peace.
And why would he have said that?
Because that's what he felt.
I'm sure he'd no feelings left. For 40 years you've gone and gobbled them all up.
I couldn't have, and he wouldn't have given me so much joy. Where do you think you're going?
I'm going into the kitchen if the two of you are going to start.
Get in here.
But ma'am, it's the same thing every year.
This is my day, and I spend it the way I choose. Get in. Won't I, love?
I'm not your love.
But you are. You belong to me, and I'm having you. And if I could, I'd stuff you and put you into that cabinet over there, along with all my other beautiful possessions. That's love for you, Charlotte. No wonder they're so devoted to me.
Devoted! Devoted! We can hardly wait to get clear of you. Sure, Henry's already gone. He's gone the quick way. Round the bend. And Terry, isn't he gone off to Canada?
He's not going.
He is going.
You're not going. You promised me faithfully you wouldn't go.
When did I do that, ma'am?
You didn't, Terry. Take no notice of her.
But you will take notice of me, Terry, won't you?
I don't think so, ma'am.
Oh, I think so, Terry. Because we have a little secret, haven't we? Oh, and it wouldn't want to come out now. Not in front of Karen, or she'd never again trust you.
Shut up, ma'am.
Not until you say you're not going to Canada.
Leave it alone, ma'am.
What did you do with the money then, Terry?
Karen, get your coat.
5,000 smackaroos in fibres. Every time you tell me Karen is pregnant.
Come on, Karen.
What did you do with it, Terry?
Ma'am, you promised.
She gave you 1,000 quid every time Karen was expecting.
On the proviso that Terry would be the father.
Didn't you?
Well, why would you do that, Mum? Well, it was obvious by the time the second baby is coming, Terry becomes a nanny, and I just precisely gave him the money to save the marriage. That he'd have another outlet besides women. He could get his excitement from the dogs at the casino.
You might as well expect a starving lion to pick your teeth. As for us to believe that load of cod's wallop, you gave Terry 1,000 quid hoping he'd go and blow it in the first bird he'd find. And Karen, she'd have to go hot-footing it off to the nearest divorce court. 1,000 quid a go.
It was only 250 to start with.
50.
And then she gave me 1,000 when I told her that Karen was pregnant again. And she said she'd give me 1,000 every time that there was another one on the way, as long as I spent the money on myself and didn't let on anything.
And I'll tell you why.
No, Karen, no!
Sorry, love, I can't miss this opportunity. It won't come again.
But it's not true, Karen.
It is true. It's what was going on back here, and it didn't take me long to tweak it either. You see, when my mother heard the second was on the way, she started going on at me about it being bad for my heart.
Have you got a dodgy heart then, Karen?
No. Besides, kids come out to me like a bullet. But when I was young, I had pleurisy, and my mum maintained the illness affected my heart. So she said it was too soon for me to have a second. And she went to Terry's mum, and Terry's mum agreed. And what did Terry's mum do? She went to Terry, offered him 1,000 quid, and said, how soon could you get the next brat underway?
She didn't, Karen.
She did. It's what was going on. For years, she's been waiting for me to drop dead. She thought she'd commit the perfect crime. And all she's been doing is paying us for kids we wanted anyway.
And where's the money now, Karen?
Oh, my little Tommy Tucker, I've it stowed away. Canada, here we come.
This is fantastic, Karen. Fantastic.
I had to tell her about the money, ma'am.
And you haven't heard the latest. She gave Terry 1,000 quid for the latest one that's on the way. Only there isn't one.
There isn't one.
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, you've done it, Karen. You've got mummy, mum.
It's what she taught me, ma'am.
Look at her. Just look at her. She can't even speak. You've clobbered her into silence.
You try hiding the fish one if I was from your wife, ma'am. It's not easy.
I'm sorry, children, but I have to do it.
Do what?
I don't want to do it. I've no way out.
Do what?
Hand Henry over to the guards.
Hand Henry over to the guards.
I simply can't cope on my own. I have to put him in while I sort things out.
But you can't do that, ma'am.
But he has to be seen that it's wrong. He has to know it. Besides, I have to watch him morning and noon, night. I can't go into his room now with lingerie. With you gone, I won't have the time.
We could get him some treatment somewhere, Mum.
He'll get that in prison. While I don't mind the business, I don't see any alternative.
Unless Terry stays.
Yes, Karen, unless Terry stays.
But that's blackmail, ma'am.
She'd never do it.
Want a bet?
Or she'll do it all right.
Only on humanitarian grounds. After all, my son needs help. And what mum wouldn't give her son help?
Oh, that's the kind of help you give him. Sling him into jail for 6 months.
But I'm not slinging him into jail. Terry is. And if he was concerned about Henry, he wouldn't be leaving.
Well, I agree with Mum. I think Henry should go to jail. It might knock some sense into him. It might make a man out of him.
You're only saying that because you don't want Terry to go. You're not saying it on humanitarian grounds, Karen.
Whatever the grounds, I think he should go to jail. I think it'll be good for him.
How could 6 months in jail be good for him?
You're the one who wants to put him there.
I'm doing it on humanitarian grounds, Karen, not hypocritical grounds.
But whatever the grounds, he's going.
That depends on Terry.
Well, then he's going.
Is that right, son? Would you turn your back on your big brother? Would you without doing something?
It's not
Would you let him go to jail?
It's not Terry that wants to put him there, it's you.
But I won't cope without Terry. That's why. What's it to be, son? But he was the one that pulled you out of the pond when you were 4 years old. Remember? He was the one that let you play with the clockwork train that puffed smoke and went chug, chug, chug. Remember? He was the one that got up early one morning and came back with 72 conkers and gave them all to you. Remember?
And he was the one that took away that chair that time you had a dislocated bum for 6 weeks. Remember?
He never stopped you up
No, he didn't. I just find it hard
Never.
to think of it as being nauseating.
Very well. He was the one that stayed all night with you while the guard tried to pin that assault charge on you. He was the one that comforted you when you came out in nervous wreck, remember?
All right, I don't want Henry to end up in jail.
But it's for his own good, Terry. It's humanitarian.
My God, she's quick. Don't you think she's quick, Shirley? She pinched my argument. Well, it won't work, dear. If you want to be humanitarian, as you call it, you see he doesn't go to jail.
And I don't think you should go to jail either.
And you should shut your mouth. Oh, what did you say, dear?
I don't think Henry should go to jail.
Oh, you don't you?
No, I don't.
This one must have been to college, I'd say.
No, Mum, I went to the secondary school.
Ah, late developer like myself. This one is educated, and she says, and we can't argue with her now, Karen, she says that Henry shouldn't go to jail. So we can't argue with her, can we now? No.
Henry'd only be ridiculed in prison. And surely none of us want Henry to be ridiculed.
No, we'll ask him. Terry, would you like Henry to be ridiculed?
It would only make his illness worse, much worse.
Oh, much, much worse.
He'd only come out, commit again, and be thrown back into jail.
And maybe go in and never come out because of Terry's selfishness?
Oh, no, Mum. That's where I disagree with you. I do think that Terry and Karen should go to Canada.
You do?
Oh, I definitely do.
You're a bit of a cretin, aren't you?
I thought she was an educated woman, Mum.
She fooled me, did she, you? Yeah. A bit facile, aren't you, Shirley? Come on. What's false about you? Come on, get up and we have a look at you.
Stop.
What are you hiding? Look, she's got false eyelashes. And one's come unstuck. Oh, look at her nails. She must point her nails. They're false nails. What else is you hiding? Let's see, have you got a wig? Yes.
Let go of my hair! Stop!
What you hiding your ears?
Stop.
Let's see your ears.
No! No!
Let me have a look at your
No.
ears. Oh, look at them. Oh, they're hot and ugly. Look at them. They're ugly, aren't they? They're enormous.
Stop!
It must take you a week to wash them. Come here. You have a look at her ears. Oh, they're bruises here she's got and they're all mottled.
Stop
Oh,
it.
God, I feel sick. That's enough.
Tom, Tom.
My stomach is turning over.
Tom!
Why? Are you ashamed of them?
Yes, I am.
So you should be.
I am.
They're horrible.
They're revolting.
But they are.
They're repulsive.
Yes, they are.
Wave goodbye, Tom. She's found her weakness.
Not this time, Mum. I'm marrying her.
But have you seen her ears?
There's nothing wrong with her ears.
They're repulsive, aren't they repulsive?
Yes, they are repulsive.
You see, she agrees with me.
Because she's got a thing about them.
Well, I have a version about repulsive as well. I get the cringe all over, Shirley. I feel affronted you'll have to leave.
If Shirley leaves, I leave.
Better
You could live with them ears. Could you live with them ears?
Belt up, ma'am. She can't help it, can she?
There's nothing wrong with her ears.
But Shirley thinks there is, and that's what Terry's getting at.
It's easy to pick on something that somebody's sensitive about, no matter how stupid it might be.
That's very poignantly said, Terry. Very poignantly said. You should have been a port, darling. Do they leave in much of a draft here?
Stop.
You're at it again, Mum. One more word now.
Right. Don't forget,
Not.
this is my day, and I want to get on with the party. When you've stopped your moaning and groaning, I want to think of Dad, who was lovely. I think he's watching. You watching us, Dad? Are you here? If you're here, give us a sign.
Be careful, we'll have the house come down on top of us.
Better be normal routine for one of our houses. No. Do us a favour, Dave. Get the Lord to turn her into a pillar of salt.
I think he's smiling and looking down at us and thinking, they haven't changed a bit. There's Mom standing out from all that deceit, like a twinkling halo. Yet loving, always loving. Oh, who's that new face I see? It must be a girlfriend of Tommy's. Strange what men find attractive. Like clodhoppers'
Mom,
ears.
one more word now. Leave it up.
I'm just telling you what Dad is saying. It's not me, it's Dad.
The man is dead.
Well, he's a right to be hurt, hasn't he? And now for the toast, children.
About time.
I heard that. You drunken hag.
Ma'am, stop.
Just give us the bloody toast, man.
Well, here we are, Dad. All united as a family. Paying our respects to you. Same last year, the same this year. Same next year. You are our rock. You are a father in this faithless world. You are the rock upon which we stand. We're all united here before you, Dad. And once a member, always a member. And no one will ever leave. Because if he does, he'll destroy you and me. And they are our children, and they have nothing in their hearts to destroy their mom and dad. So, because it's you and me, Dad, that will be wounded. And the wounded will be mortally wounded. And the pain will be such as no man has ever borne before.
No.
And our children wouldn't want that, I'm sure. So toss us some of that love of yours, Dad.
Oh, that would be nice.
That we may forgive those who live by trying to drive a wedge between us all, and turn their eyes that they may see the error of their ways. So here you are, Dad. I'll be joining you soon.
I bet they give him a fright.
Be patient, Dad. Be patient. To Dad.
Dad.
Dad. Oh God, our help in ages past, and hope to come. La la la. That was his favourite hymn, Shirley. His favourite hymn. Well, I've done my soul a bit now. It's your turn, Terry. The piano, dear.
Come on, Terry, give us a
Come on,
tune.
Terry. Come on, Terry.
Go on. Give us the one you saw. Give us.
Come on.
Come on.
Well, you weren't expecting that, dear, were you? No. That's why I keep the piano just in case he'd take it up again. If only he had persevered, he would have been a resident pianist of the National Concert Hall.
You have a short memory, ma'am. After 5 lessons, the instructor paid me not to come back.
5 lessons is all he's had, and he can produce that magic sound. 5 more, he could have played a concerto. Oh, what I think, Shirley, is that he was frightened of the talent that was inside him. And what are you going to do for us, little Tommy Tucker?
Well, this evening, I was going to recite a poem.
Good man.
Oh, find this one in the Golden Treasury, will we? Let's be having it.
There was a young lady from Bow who headed off with 10 men in a row. Because as she says, when I get into bed, I forget what the word is for no.
Very good, Tom, very good.
I think I can do better.
No, I don't want any filth in my house. This is a spiritual moment for me.
Very well, I think all baby Maria.
No, you will not. She's tone deaf, that one.
I know, that's the thing.
And what happens, she doesn't even realise it. And the suffering is all one-sided. Hearing her sing is like having an axis under a wisdom. Besides, I want our friend here to do something. It's your turn now, dear, to entertain us.
No.
Yes. No. I said yes.
Oh, I'd be too embarrassed, Mum.
This is my day and I want you to entertain me, dear.
But I feel a fool, Mum.
Oh, stop thinking about yourself and get out there and do something.
So that you can have a cheap laugh at me. The answer is no.
Yes.
Oh, you can't make me, you bully. You can't make me do anything.
I can stop you from marrying him.
Oh, no, you won't. Because the harder you try, the harder you'll find it. And I won't be like her neither. Brainwashed so that I can look on attempted murder as some sort of a giggle. No. Once this reception is over, I'm out of here. Tom and I are out of here. I'm not hanging around here to have you looking at me and laughing at me and staring at me as if I'm some sort of a science experiment. No. Your days of pomp and circumstance where I'm concerned are numbered. You have absolutely nothing in this world that I want that I can't take for myself, and I don't need anything from you. Woo!
You need a sedative. When I tell you Tommy's already married.
It's not true, sir. It's not true.
Well, at least he shut her up. Give us a little respite. God, fancy having to put up with that voice 24 hours a day. It's so shrill, so penetrating. And I only bring out the best in people. God help you, son. Personally, I prefer last year's exhibit. What was her name?
Heather. So there was a girl here last year.
Did you think you were the first, did you?
Yes, there was, Shirley.
I've congratulated too. On this very same day.
The others must have done it just for the laugh, Shirley.
So you were engaged twice before.
There couldn't have been any real feeling there, Shirley, because she was able to break them into little pieces. She tries to do the same with everyone I bring home.
But why didn't you just tell me?
Because I needed to see if she could break you and all.
So you see, dear, you're not the first, are you?
No, but I'll certainly be the last.
So you don't mind being used then?
Oh, Tom can use me in any way he likes.
He only got engaged to spit in my eye.
Yes, and I'm ready to spit in the other eye. Yeah, the other one. The one that's wandering around inside your head. You have a wonky eye. Look at it. Can you see that? Floating around in her eye. Wandering away inside her eye.
Tom, shut her up!
This is her weakness. She hunts out other people's weaknesses to get her revenge. But this is her weakness. The wandering eye. Have a look at it. Can't you see? This is where we can get our own back. I'm only giving her what she gave me after all.
Stupid little bitch.
Yes, you shouldn't have mentioned that, dear.
What?
Because that eye that's giving you so much pleasure isn't wonky at all.
Is it?
There's nothing wrong with it, dear. It's the other one. The glass eye, the one that never moves.
You have a glass eye?
And if you've got a minute, dear, I'll tell you the history of it. One hot day in August when Terry was a little boy, he crept into Henry's bedroom and took Henry's air pistol. Terry was so excited, he ran out to me in the garden and pointed it in my face. And with both hands on the trigger, he shouted, "You're dead, Mummy!" And he laughed and he laughed and he laughed until he saw the blood spurting out. He's had nightmares for 2 years since. And he's never looked me straight in the face.
He's paid for it.
So you see, dear, you weren't being cruel to me. You were being cruel to Terry, reminding him of that hot day in August when he stung the life out of one eye. Didn't you, darling? But Mummy forgave you, didn't she?
You've never forgiven him for it.
He's never forgiven himself. There is a difference.
But you won't let him forget it, will you?
What am I going to do? Stop looking at him. It's him. It's the way he's made. Now, if it was Tommy that had done it, he would have looked up at me and he would have said, what did you want getting in the way for? It wouldn't have been Tommy's fault.
It was no one's fault. It was an accident.
But Terry doesn't think like that, does he? All he knows is he deliberately blinded his mother in one eye. And how is he going to repay her? By going to Canada and shooting out the other eye.
Tom, why didn't you warn the stupid little git about it?
Karen, I've done absolutely nothing tonight that I'm ashamed of, and I won't have her dictating to me.
Why? What's so special about you then?
Well, I just wanted to ram it home to her that I'm no clay pigeon for her to be shooting at. And while we're about it, we'll get a few more of the details sorted out, won't we? I come first where Tom is concerned. I know exactly where Tom and I are going to live, and it won't be anywhere near here. I know the exact type of job that Tom's going to be doing, and it won't be working for you. I know just how many children that Tom and I are going to have, and believe me, something or nothing, they won't be seeing anything about Granny one eye. Tom is mine, and I'm not having him split in two. So what you going to say to that?
Nothing, love, nothing.
I've ripped your tongue out, haven't I?
Beautiful.
You finally found somebody who can stand up to you, and you don't like it.
I love it. Continue.
Very well. Well, Tom and I are going to go for a lovely walk now. And when we come back, I don't want to hear any more business about this wedding. Because it's settled. I settled it. Tom and I are getting married. And I swear to Almighty God, should you start up again, I'll ram that glass eye back your throat. Do you hear me? Come on, Tom.
Strange what effect it had on her.
What?
Mention her ears. I mean, they were quite nice ears. Big lumpy, but nothing to go berserk about.
You've lost him this time, Mum.
Have I? You can't get away from me, Terry, can you? That hot day in August.
It's not on, Mum. It's not on. Terry, tell her it's not on. He's wasted too much of his conscience on your glass eye, so whether you stay here and try not to look at her, or we move it 1,000 miles away, it's never going to change.
He'll never throw his brother and myself in the scrap heap.
But with him out of the way, it won't make much difference to the business.
Really?
He has no more space in his conscience for your glass eye. It is all taken up. Tell her we're going, Terry. Tell her,
I
please.
can still see him bring up the air pistol.
Just had the most exciting night of my life.
Don't tell me you broke into Roach's stores in the high street.
No. The guards, they almost nabbed me.
For laying floorboards.
No. After that, I stole a garment, you see. I'd suddenly got the urge. And I was just in the middle of pinning a tin bob note onto the clothesline when they jumped out at me. But I managed to get away. And they didn't see me. And I've been running ever since.
Well, it's a great shame that you weren't caught, Henry. It might have knocked some sense into you.
What about the car?
Oh my God. I forgot about the car. And the police, they are bound to find it. Because it's parked in the same place. And it's got a sari, a suspender belt, and some panties all in the front seat. All taken to the same road.
Good. A headline across the local rag. It'll serve you right, Henry.
But it wasn't my car, Karen.
Not your car!
No, I was still driving.
What the guards are taking from me?
I said put it on the bonfire, Henry.
But could this even yours?
I said on the bonfire.
Jesus, Tom, this is a madhouse.
It's never anything else.
Where'd the guards go?
Bound to. Sure, they're going to track the car to the house, and didn't he hear?
But surely she won't let Terry take the blame.
Give her half a chance. She'd nearly drive the paddy wagon herself.
When Henry, Karen would surely get the guards to search Henry's room, they'll find the evidence and they'll know it was Henry.
But they're going to have to hurry.
But you can't let Harry take blame for something he didn't do.
I keep telling you it was his car, Karen.
It's not him that did the thieving.
Oh, Tom, 'tis a madhouse, all right. I have a drink there, please.
Help yourself.
What's wrong, Tom?
Nothing wrong.
What is it?
What's what?
You've been off with me since we went for that walk.
Have I?
You wouldn't take my hand. You never spoke. What is it?
No reason.
Come here and give us a kiss then.
I'm too tired.
I'll give you one.
Don't bother.
Look, am I being stood up or something, Tom?
You see it from your husband's point of view, which is understandable, Karen. I see it from the guard's point of view simply because I'm a good citizen.
Surely you'll tell the police the truth, won't you?
I'd rather not give an opinion if you
It's
don't
not
mind.
an opinion I'm looking for, it's the truth!
Because if I am being stood up, Tommy Tucker, you won't find it that easy. I'll have your mother's bank account for breach of promise. I'm not like those other girls you've brought back here before. When I get hurt, I get sore. And I've been hurt tonight.
Do you know, I'd swear you're even beginning to look like Mom.
Your mother, what a thing to say.
It's been worrying me.
Since when?
Since you went for her.
But that's why you brought me here, Tom. You brought me here so that I'd fracture her all over. That's why you brought me here.
You took over.
Took over.
Left me just standing there. Didn't let me get a look in.
What are you
Kept me
talking
right
about?
out.
What are you talking about?
It should have been me the one that beat Mom, not you. You should have eased up. Let me take over, but no. You had to hold on straight past the winning post all by yourself.
I only did it to prove that I loved you, Tom.
That's the answer I'd have gotten from Mom.
Will you stop comparing me to your mother?
And I was looking forward to grinding her into little bits, and you had to go and spoil it.
But ma'am, you can't let me go to prison.
But I don't think dishonesty should go unpunished, son.
Well, I've been here all the time.
But I'd like to believe you, but it's the car, it gives you away. Even a mother couldn't be blind to that piece of evidence.
But I done nothing, ma'am.
And not content with that, you had to get me jumping after you if I was some sort of a fool.
Who did?
You did. You said come for a walk, Tom.
I only thought a nice walk would be a nice idea.
You see, you thought. It's always you, Shirley. It's always you.
Tom, you can't let your brother go to jail.
Sure, one of them's got to go, Karen. And I was going to spill her all over the carpet tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tom.
It's done, Shirley. It's done. And it's got to self-lodge in their memories. And you know what? You can't dislodge memories. It's always there to be brought out when it's mocking out for little Tommy Tucker.
But ma'am, you can't. Henry admitted taking us all.
Oh, isn't that Henry always after a bit of limelight?
But I done nothing, ma'am. I was here all the time.
But where's your proof, son?
Well, I was here.
That's one thing the others have never tried to do. Push me out of sight and then get me crawling out backwards.
It's this house, Tom.
I can't bring out what's not there, Shirley.
Then I must have done it for love. Look, what if we were to get you back on top again? How would that be?
I can't see how.
Oh, there must be some way, Tom. There must be some way.
I'd have to stay there.
I'd make sure you stayed there. I would make sure of that. I presume we could always side with Terry, the business of the guards and all.
No, we're on Mom's side over that one.
Mom's side?
Just think of all the extra work I'd have to do if Terry goes off to Canada.
True.
I have it. I can get back on top.
How?
By us two spending the night in Mom's bed.
Spend the night in your mother's bed?
Yes, what do you think?
Oh, I don't think I'd enjoy that now, Tom.
Oh, you see, Mom was right. Just thinking of yourself all the time.
But I'd be no good at it, Tom.
You needn't worry, Shirley. All we have to do is just lie there. Having Mom thumping away in the locked door and screaming through the keyhole. She'd only know it could have been me come up with it. I get the full credit, Shirley, not you.
But Tom, it just doesn't seem right.
Precisely, Shirley. Precisely. Believe me, the whole thing can't just seem right. Believe me, it's got to be stinking rotten for it to have any effect on Mom.
Look, why don't we just pack our bags and go back to my place?
No, we can't.
I know we couldn't have sex. My mom and dad are old-fashioned. But there's always the park for that.
And what would the others think if I left now? I'd be done in their eyes. A hen pecked right up. No, we can't leave, Shirley. Not until I'm back on top and Mum's been beaten and I've been the one to beat her.
And if I won't?
Well, that's it, isn't it? It shows that we can't agree on nothing. No, this has been a good test I've set you, Shirley. If our love was much more than a fast bunk up behind the rhododendrons, you would spend the night with me in Mum's bed.
But Tom, really and truly, you don't know what you're asking of me. I feel unclean.
You needn't worry, Shirley. Sure, the sheets are changed weekly.
That wasn't what I meant, Tom.
You're at it again, turning the conversation back on little old Shirley. I'm not concerned with what you feel. It's irrelevant. It's what I feel, what I need, what I want. In another instance, Shirley, it could have been the other way around. But in this instance, everything has to be done with me in mind. Only in that way can I win. See? So make up your mind. What is it?
But Henry, you can't let your brother take the blame for something you did.
Well, it's not as simple as that, Karen.
It is that simple. You done it and you'll pay for it.
But you know I get claustrophobic if I'm shut up anywhere.
Yeah, well, you should have thought of that before you left yourself become a pervert.
I'm surprised at you, Terry. Pushing it on your brother, knowing what adverse effect prison would have on him. Here are, that's a lot, son.
You were the one earlier, all for telling the police about his perversions.
God, some people will go to anything. To set son against mother even.
Where are you going?
Why?
I mean, you're not going to bed, are you? I mean, you need to be here if the guards come, won't you?
I'm going out to see how the bonfire's going.
I'm tired. Think I'm going to go to bed.
You're going nowhere till the guards come and you tell them that it was Henry took that stuff.
Look, we all know your problems. But it's your first offence, isn't it?
It's not even my first offence.
I was speaking legally because if it's your first offence, you'd probably only get probation.
Henry, I'm not having my mate say that.
Terry,
What?
I'd be very grateful if you'd ask for the 62 other offences to be taken into consideration.
This is it. Every time there's a crisis, everyone goes off in a different direction. Henry, if you were a man like your brother, you'd own up to what you did.
But if I was a man like my brother, this wouldn't be happening.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm only going by what you call me, a pervert.
Well, now's your chance to reform.
But I like being one.
Oh, that's going to be some comfort to you when you're inside sewing your mailbags.
But as Tom says, it's just probation.
Henry, I'm not having my mate saying that I'm going around getting satisfaction off a clothesline. The next thing that he's saying is that I can't be the father to my own children.
But try and see it from my point of view. This time it's probation and the next time it's prison. Whereas if we keep quiet about it, the next time will be the first time and I'll just get probation. It'll buy me a bit of time.
The man with the no floorboard, he'll have seen Henry getting into the car.
No, he'd already left.
Well, he'll have seen the car outside the house.
No, it was an unmade road outside the car.
No.
This is my house, Karen. And there are two things I won't tolerate guests doing in my house. One is spitting, and the other is a shouting abuse, people. After all, I've certain standards to maintain. Excuse me.
What happened to you? Lost your eyeball?
I fell into the bonfire while I was in the oven. But you know what, girls? We wouldn't last 2 seconds if we set a light to ourselves. Henry's lingerie went up like that.
Well, I'm off to bed.
See out of the way, the side of the guards, Shirley. I don't want them to think I'm running a brothel.
Night all.
A good night kiss for your mom and her anniversary, Tom. Follow that, dear.
Oh, you're disgusting at times.
That gave me a bit of a snow sparkle back.
But the guards will be here shortly.
Don't raise your voice, Terry. Shirley here is trying to think of an excuse to slip upstairs. It's all right, dear. Take your time. We'll be quiet.
I think we're being unfair.
Oh, shut up, you.
Go on, Shelley. Keep walking out that front door and I'll make sure you get your case.
But I need him, Henry.
But only when you're in this house, Shirley.
No, Henry. I love him, you see. And
very original, dear, is it?
You knew.
It shows. Up around here.
He's never gone this far before, has he?
I think we ought to make her leave.
I think you should get treatment for your complaint, Henry. It's gone to your mind.
It's you who ought to get out of here, Henry.
But I've no place to go, Shirley.
Neither will I once my parents find out about this kid.
Well, thank God there's some people with Christian values. Not many left, but a few. At least she comes from a decent family, and that's one worry I can cross off.
Mum, are you pleased about the baby then?
No, I'm not. I can see your ears on him. She walked out a bit different from them before, didn't she?
Ma'am, did you mean what you said about Henry needing treatment?
Why?
Well, it's what he'd get if he gave himself up.
I don't want any of my sons hauled up in front of a judge.
And what about me?
You needn't be there either.
He needn't?
No, if he does his mum a favour.
What favour?
Don't go to Canada. And don't ever turn around and say I didn't give you a choice.
No, Terry, no!
Well, Darren, I'm never going to get into Canada with a pervert label stuck all over me, am I?
This is all so stupid. There has to be another way out of it.
But I can't be convicted of robbing a girl's suspender belts. I have my pride.
But there's Shirley and Tom. They'll tell the truth. And there's the burnt lingerie. We'll show the police the burnt lingerie.
But you know what happened the last time? If they dragged me down to the station, they'll get me to the right
What
stage.
is it, Terry? Are you just looking for an excuse not to go? Are you waiting for her to forgive you for something you did 20 odd years ago? And to help me and the kids? Have you been kidding me about Canada all this time?
No, but Mum did say that she's easing up on house bills, and that's what was really getting me down.
God, you've had a good anniversary, haven't you?
And it isn't over yet, dear.
Go ahead, man, get us out of it.
What? And have Karen give me the old 2 fingers when she's done it? No. And rush home to pack? No, I won't. And I owe you for 5,250 quid.
But that's Terry's money.
It is, until I get the IOU.
But you gave it to Terry and you told him blow the whole lot on himself.
Well, 'tis a pity he didn't take his mum's advice then, isn't it?
Go ahead, write it out.
Karen, I want you to write it out, because you're the one that has to store it away.
And will I give it to you in ink, Mum? Or would you prefer it in blood?
Oh, gee, I hope that's not one of her mannerisms. It's very awful.
It sounds like it's coming from your room.
Oh, well, in that case, she must have come across my glass eye. I left it on the pillow.
But you said it fell out in the lumber.
Don't confuse the issue, Karen. I just told you. I left it on my pillow.
Have you written out that IOU yet?
What? It must have given her a little bit of a shock.
It wasn't a very nice thing to do, man.
Well, she shouldn't be in my bed, should she? Have you taken there, dear? Very sweet of you, thank you. Is she still looking at my glass eye?
I think it's given her a miscarriage.
Oh my God, she must be frightened out for wits, Tom.
What are you doing?
Phoning for an ambulance.
Okay, come on.
Come on, oh, give it to me. Give me that. Got it, Shakona? I want to report a stolen car. No, it's not mine. Actually, it's my son's. We were having a party here, and when he went to leave, he found that his car wasn't where he parked it. Right. Hold on a minute, please. They want name, address, and registration number, etc., etc. You see,
Hello?
I think whoever stole the car
Hello?
stole the undies. Isn't it simple?
Hello?
Where are you going?
Somebody ought to sit with her.
Hello?
Lunches, we always prodded that one.
Hello?
Do you think I ought to go up again, Mum?
No, you'll find some. Sit down. Grand here.
She'll be okay, won't she, Mum?
She'll be grand. Don't worry. She'll be grand.
Seems like she's in a lot of pain.
Not pain, love. Discomfiture. Like hay fever.
I'm glad she stopped screaming, though.
Oh, there was no consideration there at all, was there? What you having, Henry?
Brandy.
Tom?
I don't know that I want anything, Mum.
I do. You've had a shock, it'll do you good.
I'll have a brandy, ma'am. And hurry on, will you?
I think I'll have a creme de man.
Will you turn off that music, will you?
Henry dear. Tom love. Don't you like the music?
Well, it hardly goes with what's going on upstairs, ma'am, does it?
Well, it's not the music box fault that she's going to get herself pregnant upstairs, is she?
It was Tom that got her that way.
I'm not having that. I'm not having Tom the scapegoat.
Now, well, he should have used some protection, shouldn't he?
I expect he did. It was one of the others that didn't. And I always say, if you have your phone, you must expect to pay for it.
You never do, ma'am.
Oh, go and get yourself a pair of knickers, love.
It didn't show a scrap of feeling when you thought that Shirley was having a miscarriage.
Will you pick me up at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, sharp? And Terry?
6 o'clock!
Yes, I want to get working on the office block.
What office block?
Well, you know the plot that I bought 2 years ago beside the station. They want an office block built there now. Did I not tell you?
The last time we spoke about the business, you said you weren't going to be working as hard in the future.
Oh, but that was before he all upset me. And there is compensations, dear. And I'm turning this into a limited company. And I'm making you, Henry, and you, Tom, company directors. There'll be fat fees for both of you from now on.
And what about me, ma'am?
I'm very annoyed with you. Why aren't you still up there with her?
False alarm, she's not losing it.
The little divot. And I'm very sick about her. What does she do now, giggling at our expense?
She's sobbing her little heart out.
Of course she is, that's part of the act.
It's no act. She was in an awful state. You could have murdered that child.
Hearing you swear I pushed her into a bath of hot gin.
Putting your glass eye in the pillow wasn't much better though, was it?
You didn't show one scrap of feeling, so you didn't.
No, you went too far this time, ma'am.
You've been picking on her all evening.
Listen to them. Just listen to them. Oh, so innocent. Oh, so righteous. And oh, so moral. Why didn't you stand up to me and say, no more, pack it in?
We didn't know you'd gone upstairs.
Before, dear. Before. No. According to you lot, I was playing with her like she was mortal at the end of my trowel. So he did. Why didn't you put me out? Give me a clip or something. No, don't point the finger at me because it's a crooked one. And it points right back to yourselves.
Nuts.
What did you say?
I said nuts.
You didn't show a scrap of feeling, ma'am.
You were...
I was very concerned.
You were concerned. You thought it was a mild attack of hay fever.
Because she was taking it.
And you were hoping that she would lose the baby.
What a terrible thing to say about your own mother. What kind of a woman do you think I am?
I'll tell you what kind of a woman you are. You wouldn't have been content during the French Revolution just knitting away like all those other old hags. No, you'd have been out in the guillotine and out in the evening with your basket set on your head. 3 for a fiver!
Tom, you've got to make her pay for what she did to Shirley here tonight.
What do you think, Karen? Set her on top of the bonfire?
No, get out, leave her. Without all you lot, she'd starve. And I want to see her starve. I want to see her whole body shrivel up and the cracks appear and the maggots get at her. Get out, go to Shirley.
My God, she's scummy green with envy. And all because...
Tit for tat with you, isn't it? Just because me and Shirley got our men without having to throttle them. Get out, Tom. Go to Shirley.
Shirley won't want nothing to do with me, Karen. Not after what I put her through tonight. But I'll find my girl, don't you worry.
Your girl is waiting for you in the car.
She still wants me.
Yes, Tom, she must be out for mind.
Oh, she still
Yes,
wants me.
Tom.
Mom's been beaten, but my little Shirley can't be broken. Well, we've got her dangling at the end of a skewer at long last. Well, I hope you're listening, dear. I'm leaving. Don't forget to mention me in the will, okay?
You're going nowhere.
Come stop me. It'll give me a chance to push you out through the roof.
When will I see you again?
Or in hell, plot 27.
You can't go, Tom. You can't leave me.
You're a little bit slow on the uptake tonight, Mother. I'm leaving with Shirley, and I'm getting a special license in the morning.
Can I be your best man, Tom?
Oh, Henry, with pleasure. If you like, you could be one of the bridesmaids.
Don't worry about it.
I said, will he come back?
I shouldn't think so.
You were the one that brought in my tummy into leaving. You like a cancer since you came into the family. The filth started to spread.
I'm sorry about Tommy, ma'am.
And you were the one that brought her in. I promise you, Terry, I'll have you skinned for rags.
God, he's your son!
He's not my son. He's just slops. Right from the start, all he ever gave me was the shudders. No wonder he reminded me of his dad. Him up there in the piano, and not the wet spaniel with the slobbers.
No, ma'am, you were very fond of Dad.
Of course I was. After he'd been laid out.
Don't mean that, ma'am, or we wouldn't be here tonight remembering him.
All to fool the gullible, and everyone so gullible.
You never had any feelings for me, had you?
Hey?
Is that what you said?
No,
Well,
she
you
didn't.
didn't hear me the second time.
Is that what you said? You have no feelings for me?
No.
I want to know.
And it was nothing to do with shooting out her eye either.
It was the accident that turned you against me, wasn't it?
No, no, no. And the sooner you get that into your thick skull, to her all you've ever been is another cocker spaniel with the slobbers.
Pardon me, Karen.
I'm not letting you slide out of this one this time.
I was being facetious, dear.
For years you've been waiting for her to show you her love, but she's never going to show you that, because for years I've been waiting for you to show me I'm not second best. And surely my love is better than nothing at all, because that's all you get from her. She'll just eat the jar of pickled onions, scoff them all down, hand you the empty jar and say, weren't they nice? And she'll breathe all over you.
Is that another ultimatum, is it?
Oh no, I'd be quite happy for him to see less of you from now on.
If you want my love, Terry, you do no such thing.
It's over, ma'am. Karen, we'd want to be going. Your mother will be getting worried about us. You know what she's like.
Pick me up at 6 o'clock in the morning, Terry.
I won't have time, ma'am.
What'll you be doing?
There's a lot of preparation for going to Canada.
Canada, he said. You swear it was outside Rockhill. It's typical of you, Terry. You didn't tell me the news until you were nearly leaving.
God, he's a rogue, but he's beautiful with it. He's beautiful. Come on, Terry.
It's
Canada,
over, ma'am.
here we come!
Terry!
Yes, well, I think I'll go and have a bath.
Who was that mucky French artist that used to paint fat women getting in and out of the back?
I don't know. Why?
He'd have loved you.
Good night, ma'am.
Kids, who's having? They'll only do you in the end.
Stop the world and let me off. I'm tired of going round and round. I've played a game of love and lost. Can't stop the world and let me off. My dreams have shattered, don't you see? That you no longer care for me. I miss the wonder of your kiss. I hope you leave me here like this.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You've been a wonderful audience, and we really appreciate it. You've been a great support to the people up here, and thank you very much. The cast have put in a tremendous amount of work since last October, 2 nights a week, and I'll introduce them to you now. Where we stand tonight. Louisa Hearn did several plays with us in the past, took a 5-year break, and did a beautiful part tonight as Karen. We're delighted to have her back and hope she'll be staying for longer than this. The part of Henry was tricky to say the least. Very sensitively played by a newcomer to our group, Johnny Corkery. Johnny, well done. Another newcomer to the group from Tipperary, but now living in Shannagolden, calls himself the real Paul O'Connell, and played very extremely well. The drama group paid for the piano lessons. Hope that Paul will be back with us again. Well done, Paul. Shirley was played by Julie Maloney. Julie just with us for the second time. Last year was the first time on stage, and this is just her second appearance. Wonderful performance. Delighted to have her. She moved from Abbeyfield to Athea, especially to be part of the group. Patsy Brown. As I said at the outset, the play was made into a film in 1968, and the lead role was played by Bette Davis. This is our Bette Davis. Again, with us for the second time, playing the part of Tom Shane McHenry, getting better as he goes along. Last year he was brilliant, we thought it couldn't be improved on, but he did. Coincidentally, he's building a house. You know who won't be helping him. Thank you very much. You did a great job.
Thank you.
The play was produced by Nora Hunt and directed by Tommy Denman. They're a great pair. Again, they were here every night from the start, and both of them established actors with us, and maybe they'll come back in that role in the future, but for the moment, thank you very much, Tommy and Nora. Stage management, a major job was by Amina Parks, Ellen Quill and Catherine Tierney. The set construction, I want to thank Kieran Griffin and Joe O'Connor, who were a great help. Joe did the wallpapering, Kieran did all the heavy lifting. Thank you very much. His 21st year with us without a break on lighting and sound, Declan O'Carroll. Our PRO and social media, Linda Hunt. And Linda, we thank you very much for all the effort you've put in. Who did a tremendous amount of work, and I name them because they deserve it very much. Damien Ahern, Roger Ryan, Mary Ellen Quill, Francie Flavin, Annette O'Donnell, Mary Ellen Tierney, Anne-Marie Nash, Helen Costello, and our chairman, Lal Brown. Thank you all very much.